G'day guys, welcome back. I just wanted to introduce you to the newest little member of our family, this lovely little girl. Hey gorgeous girl. She's one of my teacup poodles, and well, her father is my boy Charlie, and her mum came from a friend of mine, another breeding friend. So yeah, just change up the lines a little bit, introduce another line. Look, I'm covered in paint. So yeah, I just thought I'd introduce her. Oh look, I haven't got a name yet. Hey little one, we haven't got a name yet. So yeah, what do you think? Cute little name for her? Let me know. All right, let's get painting. All right, I am back. Popped her down on the ground, but now she's getting under my feet because she hasn't been into the studio before. So she's going, Mummy, pick me up. Right, she's 9 weeks old. This is one of my previous paintings. I think I did this a few weeks ago, but I wanted to show you that it's all nice and dry and finished and looking wonderful. So that's it there. That was the pink and purple and turquoise one. I do enjoy doing those colours. But today, something a little bit different. Can you guess? Greens. Right. It isn't easy being green, is it? As little Kermie says. Now, same as usual, glue and water for my pouring medium. 60% glue, Elmers Glue All, 40% water. Mixing it, it's kind of, it's 1-to-1, basically 1-to-1. This color here, no, not that one. This is light green, and then we have sap green, that one, and then a new color that I just received, phthalo green. Had to get that from overseas, Amazon. And then this one, emerald green. You wouldn't think it's emerald, hey? I mean, you'd think that would be emerald, but no, this is emerald here. And it was really, really thin. I had to add more and more paint just to get to the mounding consistency. So I guess start off thinner and then add paint until you get to a mound. This one, yeah, that's phthalo with a tiny bit of black. And then I've got some black. So those are my colours. So before we get started, let's just spray the cups with some silicone spray. Little spray there. Little spray there, you don't need a lot, and then just kind of rub all over the cup with a paper towel, and that will just get the sides nice and slippery for the paint to flow out, so not too much sticks to the sides. You are always going to get some sticking to the side and the bottom, but I just feel that this helps the paint to release just that little bit more. And for silicone, for cells, I'm using my usual Spot On treadmill silicone, and I'm going to do 3 drops in each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 3. So I'm just going to stir this in really, really well, and I'm going to layer my cups. So if you don't want to watch me layer the cups, feel free to fast forward, and I'll catch up with you in a little while when we're ready to flip and drag, okay? Because if you guys, you've been following me, you know what I'm going to be doing, so you can jump ahead. But for those new people to acrylic pouring, it's probably a good idea that you watch and listen. The acrylic pouring video that I did previously to this one, my Halloween one, I did go through quite a lot of like newbie information on how to get big cells and what caterpillars are, and the difference between the thick and thin paint consistency and how it all works. So you may want to check out that video. I'm not going to go through it every video, but every now and again, maybe once a month, I'll go through it all for the new people to acrylic pouring. So you can put your cups next to each other like that, so that you can just go straight across. So the oil's stirred in nicely, and here we go, layering. I just want to do 2 layers. Hey doggies, you guys stop fighting. the older girls. They're on a bed underneath the table over there. And I don't think they appreciate the puppy moving in on their turf, so to speak. Where are you, little munchkin? Oh, she's between my feet. Try not to stand on you. Now, when I did the Halloween one previously, the black really took over, so I might not use all this black. Don't mind if I've got some left. So I've gone dark light, trying to keep my colours separate. There's no point putting in two colours that are too similar. Like if you put black and dark green next to each other, you're not even going to see the rings of those cells, are you? Because they're too dark. So try and have a light and a dark next to each other. That way you'll get a nice dark cell with a light ring, or vice versa. And don't put two light colours next to each other, if you can possibly help it, just so that you can see the cell definition, because that's what we're all after, isn't it? Cells, glorious cells. And you want to be able to see those lovely rings, so don't have your colours too similar next to each other. So 2 layers is ample. I like doing 2 layers. I find if I do 3 layers, the layer of paint going in is too thin and the colours blend too much and you don't see each particular colour. I like to see each colour. Whereas if you just put a little bit of colour next to a little bit of colour, they just mix in together and you don't even see. It just looks like a mush of green. Right, I'll stack those on top of each other. Actually, I put a little bit of, just a little bit of black on top of that one. And then my other 2 greens, just for some contrast. The black is nice because it gives you that contrast, but you don't want to use too much of it because it just takes over. So no white in this one today, and no white in my Halloween one either. I'm just seeing if I can, you know, do paws without white and just use the black as my punch colour. And here we go, last of this lovely bright green. I do love that colour. I'm not going to put any more black on top of it. I'm going to put some black on my corners, just to help the paint flow over those corners. Not that I really need to, actually, because I've got so much paint here. This is a, what is it? 25 by 30 centimetre canvas, which is, oh, let me see if I can convert. Get my little brain into action. 10 by 12 inches. How's that? Now, I'm going to do one there. And I think I'll do one here and just kind of swirl and swirl. But let's put a little bit of black on. The paint that comes out of the cups is going to be more likely to flow nicely over a wet canvas rather than a dry canvas. So that's why I'm just doing this. And I probably didn't need to make up so much black. I learnt that lesson when I did the Halloween one. I did that this morning, but you know, you'll see them a couple of days apart. Because I thought if I'm going to do some acrylic pouring, I'll do a couple and then I'll clean up and I'll do a resin. I want to try another ring pour in resin, so that's what's going to be next. I'm going to do that after this. So I can easily pick this up and move it away and then get the resin out. Whereas if I do a resin first, I don't like to move it. It has to stay here overnight, and then I can't use my little spot on the table. It's my favourite spot on the table for videoing because I'm getting some nice natural light coming in through by the window on my left. Careful, puppy, I'm going to stand on you. So anyway, names for puppies. I have already got Alexi, Izzy, Bronte, Ella, Ruby, Gypsy. Who else have I got? I hope I haven't missed anybody. I think that's it for the girls. Boys are Charlie and Connor. So, I don't know. No, little one, you need a name. All I thought of was Katie, but I don't know. I think she needs something a little bit more puppy-like. Right, right, I've got my oil in, I've stirred, layered. Let's go, let's flip, let's do this. Pour a little bit more out. Try and get it into the same direction as you were before. I'm just going to turn that one around because I can't flip away from me. Ooh, this might be interesting. Got some nice movement there. Very nice. No, I won't put any more on. I'm happy for that to go over. Oh, I like the movement there, you guys. And black's doing weird things again. I did it on the previous one as well. I wonder if they've changed their black. That's why I moved away from Global, because the black and the white was doing weird things. Oh, look at all the bubbles. Now, this has got the most area here that needs covering because of that and that. So I might not even need a corner catcher actually. No, I think I will, because I'm going to lose all this if I don't use a corner catcher. I mean, I guess I could just leave it black, but... well, that's something I could do. A bit of black negative space like that there. And maybe I could do that, leave some negative space, but I think it's all probably going to go because I need to tilt to stretch my cells. That's looking really good. Maybe I do need to do that, leave the black. I like that. So that's a good thing, I guess, about leaving a contrasting colour on your canvas. If you do want to leave a little bit of negative space on your corners, then, you know, it doesn't look out of place. I clean my hands with the cloth and they're just as bad as they were before. Right, let's torch. Now, composition-wise, I love that. I love the black there. Love that. That probably will need to move a little bit. This here, I don't like that because everything's coming this way and then I've got that. So, there. I'll probably get rid of some of that. Now, torch. Nice and high. Oh, whoa. You're a little bit full on, aren't you, big boy, today? Let's turn you down. Turn you down a little bit. Nice and high up. Just wait until it's made little dots on the canvas and then move on. Those little dots will keep growing, so don't keep the torch there for too long, just a split seconds until you get those little, I call them spits, it just looks as if it's spitting on the surface, and as soon as you see that, move on. You can always come back if you want a few more cells, but if you do too many, that's it, all over Red Rover. You've got Cell City. You can always get more, you can't take them back. I'm being very restrained today on my torching. Like I said, you can always come back again and get a few more. But once you've over torched, that's it. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I'm so impressed with myself. I really restrained myself there. See, they're coming up and they're growing and I haven't even tilted yet. So what I think I'll do is I'll have to go over these corners. If I don't, actually maybe I'll put a little bit more black here, and if I don't end up going over that corner, then so be it. I won't mind at all, because this one's got a black corner and then we've got that black there as well, and then of course we've got the black stripes through the center and all that. So I think I'll move this down just a little bit, and then I'm going to have to try and come up here. This bit here has been kind of disguised with the cells now, so it's not as bad as it was. Now walk your paint back and forth as you're heading down. Should we leave a black corner there? I really don't like that big blob. You know he's going to have to go, don't you, Mr. Blobby Face? You know he's going to have to go. Let me zoom you in a bit. I'll try and zoom you in. Oh, there we go. All right, get my glove back on, my grubby glove. I guess, you know, if he doesn't bother you, you could leave him, but he bothers me, so I'm going to try and get rid of him. This is a little bit busy over on this side for my liking, so I'm going to try and kind of take him and get rid of some of that on that side at the same time. Give it a shake, shake, shake. All right, now there is no way that I can get back up here to get rid of that. And it's actually disguised. It's kind of spread itself out. A blob of paint there. It doesn't look as bad as it did before, so I'm happy with that. The only thing that I do want to do, see how these cells down here are quite big now, and these ones up here are quite small. So I'm just going to try, if I can, to stretch them out. Those top ones. Okay, that's it. See, once you've got a cell that's gone over, it's going to be elongated because half on the top, half on the bottom. All right, so that's probably it. It's probably a little bit more than I wanted to do, but yeah, I just did not like that big blobby face. So there we go. It's what we call that, lily pond. Well, my two black corners have gone, but I've still got this black bit here, which I don't mind at all because I think it's nice to have that black contrast. I've got some black cells, got that bit of a stripey there. So did you like that when I did my flip and drag like that? It's really given it some movement, hasn't it? I haven't got that dedicated stripe down the center with the two halves like I tend to get when I do my two flip and drags. So I like that. I do. Look at the sides. Just going to turn my ring light off. Okay, let's have a little look. So these cells are bigger because I did do that extra stretching, or I haven't done the sides yet. But I can see paint dripping down the sides because I haven't run my little stick under the edges yet. Let's do that real quick. So if you don't do that, it'll keep dripping and it'll keep pulling the paint off the side, off the top, and want to bring it down. So just do that and it'll stop it flowing. Painting one-handed and videoing one-handed, hey? Oh my gosh. All right, stick that back. Okay, so there we go. That light green looks a little bit turquoise through my screen, but it's not. I will take a photo of it and put up the correct color. Sometimes it's a little bit, it looks a bit washed out with all the lights on in the studio, but when I take a photo and put it up, you can see the correct colors. I think my mix must have been a little bit on the thinner side because my cells have grown quite a lot. Even before I started stretching them, they had grown, but there we go. What do you think? Love it. These flip cup pours are so much fun. But yeah, it's all about the consistency. You have to have your consistency right or your cells won't look any good. All right, hope you enjoyed that little video. I'm going to clean up now, have some lunch, and I'm going to get set up for my resin ring pour. It's going to be in blues. All right, I'll see you for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.